Hello, welcome to Zatu Live. We have been at the expo, as you can probably tell by the state of my voice. I'm going to unbox some of the games that I picked up at the expo. Starting with Outer Rim, you may notice this one has the cellophane off. That's because I took the instructions out to have a little read in the bath, as we know we all do. I'm in my front room today, which is why we have some natural light and a little bit of shadow, so I'll try and bear that in mind during the unboxing. So Outer Rim is kind of a pick up and delivery. It's kind of a side to the main story universe of Star Wars. You're going to play a bounty hunter, a smuggler, something like that. There seems to be freedom, from what I've read of the rules so far, to do bounties or jobs, things like that. Some of the most famous ships from the universe. The rules have been really clear so far. Some nice little quotes from the films. And as Fantasy Flight are wont to do, there is also a rules reference card. So as I was saying, we have the rules reference here with all the keywords, and then a load of punch board, which I'll get out in a minute. Some cards, as Final Fantasy do, all bagged up with no shrink on them, so they come pre-bagged up. And here's an example of one of the cards here. You have a job, and when you do it, you actually tuck this in the top, covering up these bits of the card, and you have various things that you can do. And the aim is to become the most famous person in the universe. There's this deck of 90 cards as well, called the Data Bank, which can make the game have differences. It's like a story deck, so that's really cool as well. And then I don't know if the player boards are dual-sided. We'll have a look when we punch them out, or have a little hole in, because there's certainly a plastic peg that went in them. No doubt someone will be mentioning Simon Pegg now, with the assertion that I look like Nick Frost. Which, do I look like Nick Frost? I don't think so. Anyone fancy a cornetto? So we have even more cards. These cards will go between the planets, and when you encounter things on the planet, you'll flip them over, and depending on what your standing is with various factions, you'll encounter different events. If you have positive standing with a faction, you will get a positive event. If you have negative standing, you're probably going to have a negative thing, or you will have, that you'll have to fight them or something. So we have these little stands that Final Fantasy do for your characters. And what I really want to show you is these pegs. We'll keep one of these out because I think this is going to be a dual layer board. And then some dice with various results on them, including crits and hits. And eyeballs, which I think is focus, as we all know. So we had a great time at the expo, really enjoyed it. It's personally my 4th year in a row going, 4th time going as well. I have been as a punter, I've been as press, and I've been twice as an exhibitor. Once with a retailer this year with Zatu, and once with a publisher. And the last 2 years have been my favourite. We had the Zatu house where we were playing games till 1 o'clock most mornings, and it was just a lot of fun. So this is the punch board. This makes up the map here. Here we have some of the encounters and some of the patrols. I'm very worried now because Mr. Simon Brass is talking about some gifts, and I'm worried I've missed some awful surprise he's left in my house. And then, oh, interesting, there must be some stuff under here because I haven't come across any player boards yet. So let's punch this out, see how this looks. Yep, usual kind of standard quality. Here we go. This is what we want from Fantasy Flight Games. So we have the ships, and I can reveal that these are double-sided. Not these ones, but the other ones. So we have various ships you can upgrade. You're going to be slotting your cargo cards there, your crew. They'll all have different stats which allow you to move and attack. And then in this little jobby here is the oh nice dual layered player boards, which, correct me if I'm wrong people, but I don't believe that's Fantasy Flight done dual layered boards before. We had my friend Mark helping us out on the Zatu stand. He's done a typical Mark move and managed to lose all the games he bought at the expo. So that's fun. Simon and Chris will know all about that and be highly unsurprised. Right, we have these player boards. So they are dual layered. They don't just have a hole in. You can see different colours there. These bits, I'll punch out one of those now to show how they work. So your little toggle sits in there, can't be knocked. And then you have the 4 factions which you have standing with, and you're just sliding that standing up and down depending on who. Look, I put that in the right one without even thinking about it. The Huts. So with the Huts, the Syndicate, the Imperial and the Rebels, who you have different standing with, by sliding that up to the positive or going down to the negative. Excellent.